Well, folks, welcome to 4.1.1 Live. I'm happy to be testing out the whole C today in this new updated version of the verse, and I hope to find that it's working quite well. But I just upgraded my whole C because I lost all my shipment components, probably like many of you, and so I just upgraded the whole C to the Erebos quantum drive for more efficiency, and heading to Terra Gateway to give this new patch a try. Let's see how it works. Should be there any second. All right, here we are at Terra Gateway Station. Hopefully this is going to work for us. First run of the whole C in this new patch. 4.1.1 dropped just a few hours ago, and we are within a couple of days of the Invictus launch week. And I'm not aware of any big changes that have been made to the whole C with this patch, but let's find out how it's working. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know that I get close when I hail the cargo deck, but I'm going to try it from a little ways out today and see how that works. For the sake of testing. No luck. Let's get a little closer. Give it a try again. And there we go. Good to see that part's working. Let's see if we can load up cargo without any issue. All right. Says we are transferring cargo. Does look like we've got a little bit of a cargo grid bug going on so far in this patch. I did hear about that, or read about it from somebody else, I think on Reddit. And sure enough, the cargo is loading in a funny position, as you can see. Hopefully that doesn't throw off its ability to offload the cargo when we get to Pyro Gateway, but I guess we will find out. Yep, so far on all three spindles it's gone to so far, it's loading it off to the side, which is an unusual bug. There we go. It says we are complete in our loading. Hopefully we actually were able to pick up everything that we were supposed to get. It's definitely not a 4600 SCU contract. And I could take a moment to count all this out and see, but let's just see what comes off at Pyro Gateway. Pyro Gateway station. You can actually see the Pyro wormhole over there to my left. Alright, let's try that again, Pyro Gateway. There we go. Where is our box? Right here below us to the side. I'm going to do this at an angle so that we can test it out. I know some pilots, whole sea pilots, don't feel like it makes much of a difference if you're parallel with the sides. That seems to have helped for me sometimes, but wait, is it already commencing? It says it's commencing. We've got cargo coming off. Let's see if it does the whole thing. That was very quick. I don't even think I was fully stopped yet by the time cargo started coming off. Seems to be coming off smoothly. Oof. We are missing about 60, what is that, 64 SCU. So let me get out of the way of the cargo deck real quick and take a look at the spindles, see if it left anything behind. Looks like the spindles are clear, so all of the cargo that was loaded has been removed. So either it did not count the cargo fully as it was unloaded, or it did not give me all of the cargo at Terra Gateway. So let's see if it lets us submit and what kind of a payout it will give us. So this is supposed to be for 711 AUEC. I'm at 4.113 million right now. We're 64 shy on our delivery. Let's see what it does. All right, it did not give the full payout. It gave us about 75% of the 711,000. So that is disappointing, but at the same time, you can't complain too much about, 10 minutes worth of work, I guess, for $500,000 profit. But of course, we would always like to see it working completely. So far, first attempt with the whole sea did not seem to be much of an improvement for some of the challenges we were experiencing with 4.1. But you know what? Let's pick up another one of these whole sea contracts and give it another go. This is the exact same contract we did we just finished. I mean, we could try it again, but I want to try other things too to test out the whole sea. So let's pick up one of these experienced contracts. That's Terra to Magnus, Everest. I'm not willing to test out Everest tonight. It's been a disaster for a lot of us with the whole sea. I'm not looking to try that one out tonight, but let's do Terra to Magnus and see how Magnus is working. So pick this one up and head back to Terra Gateway. So I will see you in a moment at Terra Gateway. All right, here we are back at Terra Gateway. Let's give this second contract a go. We'll be delivering about 3,800 SCU from Terra Gateway to Magnus Gateway. All right. So notice I just paged the cargo deck from quite a ways away and it popped right up pretty quickly, so that's nice. In the last patch, it was not common to have it pop up, for me anyways, when I was so far away from the cargo deck. So I would have to get pretty close frequently to have the big box actually appear, but so far I don't seem to have to be that close. Got another whole sea loading up right here next to me. Alright, it says we are loading. Seems to be loading off the grid a bit again, like it did before. But I will say, I feel like it started loading cargo a lot faster than it did in the previous patch. And I feel like it possibly started loading again before I was even fully stopped, or at least it didn't give me any trouble about not being fully stopped like it sometimes has in the past. So that might be a little bit of an improvement, folks. Maybe it's just because it's a fresh new patch and nothing is degraded yet at this point, but so far loading and unloading seem to be working at least faster, at least with this first 2 attempts in 4.1.1. Alright, saying we are fully loaded. Looks like this other whole sea is also loaded up. Alright, time to head into Magnus Gateway and drop off this group here. Now, as I fly to Magnus Gateway, I am actually going to count all of these boxes out, since I have a few moments, and do the math and see if it actually gave me all of the cargo the contract says it should have given me. Alright, here we are at Magnus Gateway. Now, during that flight, I counted up all of the cargo that's on the spindles. There are 120 32 SCU boxes, plus a 4 SCU and a 16 SCU box. So if you do the math, that equals 3,860 SCU, which is exactly what the contract said I should have. So it seems that Terra Gateway did give me all of the cargo for this contract. Now it's just a matter of, is Magnus Gateway going to take all of it and count it correctly? So we will find out shortly. I have noticed that my advanced HUD is working even with a Pyro multi-tool on my hip, so maybe that was fixed in this patch, which would be very nice. Alright, commencing cargo transfer. I do have cargo coming off the spindles, that's good. Again, happened pretty quickly. Oh, okay, all of the cargo is off and it is saying we are what, 32 SEU shy. So let's check the spindles.
Thank you. And please visit again.
I'm pretty confident my counting was fine, and we did have all of the cargo we should have had. But again, it's not saying we delivered all the cargo, even though there's nothing left on the spindles. So it did not count one of the 32 SEU boxes. And now that I'm thinking about it, Pyro Gateway left us with 64 SEU, so that would maybe be two 32 SEU boxes not counted. So we are in the same situation where it did not count everything, and it seems to be on the delivery side. But let's go ahead and submit this contract again. Should be 700, and it gave us 500 and something, so about 75%. So I'm not going to complain too much. That's a little over $1 million in not too much amount of time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, here we are at the end, and I will tell you that it seems to be working about the same. The Misk Hull C, I am able to pick up cargo without too much difficulty, drop off cargo without too much difficulty, thankfully. I know several of you that are also Hull C pilots might be having a lot of difficulty, but hopefully you'll see some improvement with this new patch. It was interesting to see that the cargo grid was not totally lined up, and that the 32 SU boxes were actually shifted off to the side a bit. I wonder when that will be fixed. But neither of the two contracts I tried tonight delivered in full. It does seem to be at the receiving end, because I did receive all of the cargo I was supposed to during this second contract. But both Pyro and Magnus Gateway did not receive everything, so it was not a full payout for either of these, but I did make a little over $1 million with two simple contracts that took maybe 35 minutes in total. So thanks for watching. I do plan to do several other Hull C videos and try out some new things with this new patch. If there's something that you would like me to test and try, please drop a comment and let me know. I would really appreciate it if you hit like, subscribe, share this with your fellow pilots, and let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see on the channel. Thanks for watching.